Hi guys, it's Jeff at Slavens Racing, and this video is about a new badass shock I just got in. See, it's still in the shipping container here from MX Tech in Illinois. My good bud Jer over there has been working on this for a long time, and this is a complete shock assembly that they're making now for a lot of different brands and models. And we'll be carrying them for all those, especially the KTMs and Husqvarnas and Betas. And this thing is just a piece of artwork. So I'll just go over some of the details real quick. I'm going to be, but before I get into those, I'm going to be mounting this thing up this weekend. I'll be testing it over the next few weeks, and I'll get back with you with another video on the test results. I already have done the testing on the prototype models and was very impressed with it. It's an excellent product, and but let me just tell you about it a little bit here. So it's got a DLC coating on the shaft here. It's super hard, super slick coating, just makes it slide through the seal without any stiction. Pull this out here a little bit more so you can see this is just all billet machine. Here, this is called the clevis, and it's got the rebound adjuster there, right here. So the stock one is a forged piece. This is a billet piece, much stronger. And then it's got Kashima coating on the body and on the tank. And Kashima is a coating that's only done in Japan. There's companies in the U.S., suspension companies that say they're selling Kashima, but we call it Fushima for fake Kashima. And the only real Kashima coating, which is super hard and super slick, is actually in Japan. So they take that shock body and tank and send it to Japan, have them coated, and ship it back. So he's really pulled out all the stops to make this a extremely high quality product. It's got excellent adjusters on it here. These are two adjusters that lock together. And then it's got a plastic, for lack of a better term, like a washer here for the shock spring to rotate on. Because as the spring compresses, it rotates. So that just allows it to rotate and makes a freer movement of the travel. You can see that this top piece here is all billet and anodized, and it's got all these badass adjusters here. So it's five-way adjustable. So it's got a low-speed compression, mid-speed compression, high-speed compression, low-speed rebound, and then the regular rebound. So, I mean, this shock is infinitely adjustable. One of the features I like the most is up in this area of the shock is a cup. It's an anti-bottoming device called a huck valve. So the huck valve has been out for a long time. Jeremy's been making that for shocks and for fork applications for a number of years. And it's a very effective anti-bottoming device. And then it's also got, and that huck valve on this shock is a two-way huck valve. So it works on compression and rebound. It only works on the rebound when the shock bottoms, because quite often when a shock bottoms, then it wants to launch you right up, up in the air, because it rebounds so fast at that point. So this slows that down, and what guys tend to do is they want to tighten that rebound adjuster down to prevent that, but then that makes the shock work very sluggishly and have extremely poor traction. So this fixes that problem. Another cool thing they've done is inside the tank, the reservoir tank, is they've got a free floating piston in there, like in WP shocks and Olin shocks, but the piston has a membrane on the inside of it. So it's kind of like a combination of a bladder and a free floating piston. The bladder is thicker and more dense than the membrane is thicker and more dense than a regular bladder, and then it's also a lot smaller surface area, so it does not tend to pass the nitrogen through and into the oil. But it does give you that extra cushion So that membrane will float about 10 millimeters. And so it just gives you an extra cushion for, especially the square edge hits and things like that. And then you can see here, if you open that, you open up a can of whoop ass. So also the shock is about a pound lighter than the stock WP shock with a similar spring rate. And I think that's about it. I mean, this is an incredible piece of workmanship and craftsmanship and art. I mean, it's just a phenomenal piece. I can't wait to try this. Like I said, I have tried the prototype version of this, which was very nice, and this one should be even better. So just thought I'd pass on a little suspension candy here. We'll have these available actually very soon, next week actually. That's all for now.